Hi everyone, and welcome to the first episode in the walkthrough for Shadow of the Erdtree, the DLC for Elden Ring. We are playing as a Confessor Strength Faith build, currently with the Blasphemous Blade, but we'll probably mix it up as we get some of the new DLC weapons. So we are starting from the Cocoon of the Empyrean, and we're going to talk to Needle Knight Leda.
Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
So we can come over here and touch the arm. Can mount right up. So everything looks really tiny at first, so there's our map. We're going to put down a marker. There's Grace just right out front. Welcome to the Lands of Shadow. We are on the Gravesite plain. That's where we're starting. I spent all my runes so I can get killed over and over. Now watch out, there is a very scary enemy in the grass here. I think they're off to the right. If we want to fight it, there it is. Very scary. You can just avoid it if you're careful, or just keep moving. But I figure we could take it out. Well, it's worth fewer runes than like one enemy down in the Palace Lodge Road. That's kind of hilarious. So gets us our map. So just showing you. This thing's probably like a quarter the size of the base game. So there's a lot to do. So the very first place that I would suggest going is just there's these ruins just right here. You can bring out your buddy. And we are starting to collect a new kind of cracked pot. So they're hefty cracked pots. So they're unique recipes around the more expensive pots. None of these are really necessary to kill. You can, let's see. All these items I see, they're dropping as they die. You can come over here and there's something like kind of, where was it? Like lurking in a corner here. Yeah, it's up here. Kind of roll through here. So you start getting Shadow Realm runes instead of golden runes. And if you go over here, there's a lot of like, get up on torrent, rooftop jump. Taker's Slam to heal. We can go up here. There's a chest. You can see the Blade of Mercy. Which if you posture break is really good. What that does is just show you after a critical hit, your attack power is raised for a while substantially. So that's a really good, like, really good item for like anything where you're going to posture break. We don't tend to posture break that much with the Blasphemous Blade, so we're not going to put it on at the moment. See, there's a cookbook to get here somewhere. I don't remember where it is. Oh, it's right there. That gets you your first cookbook. Alright. And we can go, like, a little east here. There was, like, a ghost over here. So whenever you see, like, if you go up here and you see one of these guys holding a pot, it means they're a one-time spawn and they will drop something. So you can see the guy right there. They're a little like scarabs in that you can, like, reload to forget them to come back. Alright, so So what we got was our first Erdtree fragment. So the way the DLC works is you have these Erdtree blessings levels that you're raising by fighting these fragments. And they're also ashes for your summons that raise the strength of those. So that's what dictates your strength in the DLC even more than your level, is these Erdtree fragments. And then there's a grace here we can rest at, and that's where you spend them. Oh, here's our ghost. Okay. And you can get up to a max level of 20, and these basically dictate your power even more than any of your gear or anything else you've got, right? So they're super, super important. People are... One of the number one way I see people mess up this DLC is they're just incredibly stupid about these blessings. They go and try to fight things with, like, no Erdtree levels. So, I mean, think of it like levels, but each one is worth far more than your real levels. Alright, so from where we found the pot-wielding guy, there's actually our first spirit ashes to get. They're like south here. And those do for your summons what the Erdtree does for you. Those are up here. I'm kind of like glossing over the game menu because I don't feel like it needs all that much explanation. Let's see. The other thing is that there are larval tears you can get, but you have to make it nighttime. And just to show that first ash we got, we can now spend it. And it's saying the same thing. This controls the strength of your summons, blah blah blah. So we're gonna pass time until nightfall. And then kind of go back to where we were. And you'll see them glowing. The larval tears are just kind of in these, like, they're kind of surrounded by graves and glowing, so they're really, like, kind of obvious. See up there? That's, like, actually that giant glowing thing. So they're just giving you, like, an extra respecs. Because they know you're going to want to use them, and they figure you might have used up all your ones from the base game. Okay, so now there's an enemy in these woods to fight. That just kind of wanders around in here. I think he'll knock us off our horse. Let's see. I guess as you go down this slope, he shows up. Promise he's here. I've actually gone too far. Alright. He's in these woods somewhere. We'll find him. He was up. This is funny. I wonder if he's only there in daytime. Well, here. We'll just make it daytime and try again. I don't know where he is. I mean, he should be like here. Let me make a marker and just see. I wonder if he just doesn't come out at night. Like, this is where he should be. This is so weird. I've never had any trouble finding this guy before. Huh. This is the longest I've ever spent looking for this guy. There he is. Remember Magnus the Beast Claw? This is like his brother or something, I don't know. Oh wow. Well, we found him. This is the DLC experience right here. A lot of death. Alright. Well, now our runes tell us where he is. Alright. With this all buff, we should own him. That's kind of silly that we died to him in the first place, because I should have been buffing. That gets you Beast Claw. Oh, I feel like I should just kind of show off everything. Let's see. So it's a bleed weapon, quality. Quality is strength dex, for those who don't remember. So now what we want to do is go back to the road. So we're going to go up. Oh, let's leave that guy alone. Alright, so there will be a knight here that drops a great hammer that is fantastic for us. We'll probably level it up in between episodes so that we can use it. He's going to be in here. He's wielding it, you can see it there. You can see the black steel great hammer, so look at this thing. Strength C, Faith D. Just this for our build is absolutely amazing. You can slap like. It also has a special guard counter move. When you guard counter, it actually puts like a holy explosion on the ground. So really, really good. I think there was scattered tree fragments we didn't get inside that church, right? Or did I pick them up? I did. Okay, so we had 2. We're supposed to have 2. You can go over here. Inside here. So a lot of just kind of emptiness in the DLC. Like, if I had one criticism, it's like you go into a camp like this and you're like, oh, hey, there's going to be a chest or something. Nope. There's just kind of nothing, right? So there's a lot of that where you're like, there should be something here, you know, like in the base game there would be something, but here, no loot behind the waterfall, but there's something over here you can get. Alright, that's funny. These guys, they're looking like they're not very dangerous, but they can actually hit you pretty hard. So this is a special limited item that will completely restore your health. So it's like an extra flask, and it'll heal any like status effects or anything on you. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so from here, we can go back to the Scorched Ruins. And remember, you got 2 new Scatter Tree fragments, so rest and use them. So, this is showing our level, right? We're level 2 now, Scatter Tree. Okay, so when you go directly west here, there are kind of like scary birds. We're headed for this like mausoleum area. So these are a little like Everjails. They're just like one-off encounters in the world, these mausoleums. And this guy's kind of a god. If you're too far away, he will, he's gonna hit you with this awful crossbow barrage. Well, you'll see here. DLC just kind of showers you with cool weapons and stuff. So recommendations, get close enough that he doesn't do the crossbow thing. He's really weak to Blasphemous Blade. See how hard he hit us? So I'm not even able to... I'm not even able to, like, do the get my mana back. Because he's so scary. Oh, and he guard countered us. Okay. You saw his hits were like for nearly all our health. That's through Morgoth's rune. So this guy you could come back to. This is kind of educational, right, to see how hard these things are. But this guy would be way easier if I just had like 1 more Scatty Tree or 2 more Scatty Trees, because that affects the damage you take in addition to the damage you deal. So the reason he seems so lethal is because we're only Scatty Tree 2. So that's directly part of this. So like one thing we could fix immediately, like since we're lower Scatty Tree, we could take off Fire Scorpion, which is causing me to take extra damage, and just put on the Dragon Crest Great Shield. That'll change things significantly. And then put Morgoth's back on for this guy. You know, while we're kind of under leveled like this and trying to take things on very early. This will kind of calm down as you get further in. That's the Mirage. He's really, really weak to Blasphemous Blade as long as you give yourself the space to cast it. Do you see how he stopped? I couldn't even guard counter him, right? Anyway, that gets him. And you get both his weapon and his armor. So we could show the armor is like, I want to say comparable. Should be here. Oh, it's like way more poise, but heavy load. We need more, so we can't actually equip it. So we need even more, because we already have the Great Jar's Arsenal on, so it's just crazy. Really demanding weight requirements. We can maybe equip some of it, let's see. Wow, can't even put on like, what is the weight difference? 8, wow, way heavier. 14, not, yeah, just, that's actually crazy. You have to have an endurance like a 50, probably super high. But yeah, really good armor. So, let's see. Notes here, what's next? So there's the Furnace Golem, which we could try. I don't know if that would just be too hard right now, though. I think I might come back to that. So that's the Furnace Golem, but he's kind of tough. You can come over here. That gets you the backhand blade, which is a great weapon. So you can see there is stuff over there. You can see there are all these these birds. Now you see that giant cross? Usually there will be a grace next to it, and you want to examine the cross itself. You can see there's some people here. We got another Erdtree. I abandoned here the first of the flesh of my body.
Fie, another. Treading the heels of Miquella. Then, as that woman would surely say, we are in our purposes well aligned. But understand, your kind are not forgiven. The Erdtree is my people's enemy. By Marika long betrayed. Set aflame. I believe Miquella's apologies when he says our delivery will come, but never will I see your kind as worthy. And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Miquella it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me. I urge you, as long as you...
So this is the Horn Scent, is his name. Now we can talk to this person.
Ah, Lady Leda spoke of you. You're that tarnished. Guided here by kindly Miquella. Weren't we all? I am Freya. I once fought alongside General Radahn. In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own.
This is Redmane Freya.
Oh, another thing. Did you speak to our dour little friend? If you've yet to do so, Have him give you a map of the Cross's whereabouts. You'll find more of them dotted about these lands. They are Mikola the Kind's footprints. If you've yet to do so, assuming you...
Alright. So there's a painting you can get. Go back over here where we were. Kind of in the... Where'd we get the backhand blade? It was like here. It's like southeast of here. So you can see it's like a whole lot of empty, right? Where in the old game you'd have like tons of caves and catacombs. Here there's just not that much. So there are the alcove to go into to get the paintings, like right here. I mean, I appreciate they probably ran out of development time and they would have made the zones denser. So now we have the painting. Alright, so now we're going to go back to Three Path Cross. Head north and west. Okay. Should be like a camp up here. No? Where are you? Did I go too far? I think I probably went too far. Sorry, I'm just not as fluent in the map as well, let's see. Starting this over. There it is. Oh, I just missed it. Like, I tucked out too far from the wall and I didn't see it. So Savage Lion's Claw is like a lion's claw that hits multiple times, but it technically does more damage in poise. But like, you know, the problem is Lion's Claw will you know, do the knockdown or kind of hit really quickly, which is often what you want. Like, right, if you're trying to disrupt an enemy action, Savage Lion's Claw is actually worse. So in that sense, I don't know. I just don't really feel like it's an upgrade. Alright. Where's the grace? There's another grace here. Another cross. If you want to touch the crosses to find out more. Carved words coalesce, I abandon here a part of the flesh of my body.
You must be the Tarnished. I am Ansbach. Formerly in service to Lord Moog, but now, like you, another soul guided by kindly Mikola. I'm hardly the steady hand I once was. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation, to discern Tender Mikola's ultimate purpose. I'd rather not volunteer service to a new master unless I know that I can be of use. May I request a service of you? 6 crosses, identical to this one, have been discovered in these lands. They are akin to Tender Mikola's footprints, or gravestones, which mark what he's left behind. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikola is doing here. If you discover, be certain to... I presume you just what kind...
Hello there. Together. We together. For Mikola the Kind. Many things we have found.
So we can buy stuff from him. Like if you want to buy some rune arcs. There's a note about sealed spirit springs, which I'll just explain without us needing to buy them.
I like finding things for you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the Forager brood. Things bring joy to all. I like for you things. Goodbye.
If you discover any, be certain to tell... I presume you just what...
Oh, I thought you could ask him about... Let's see. We have to rest first, let's see. So let's see, we can now get Erdtree level of 3. We're at max of 20.
Righteous time. Oh, you must mean some more. Some more is a kind and stalwart ally. It provisions our little outfit. Some more traffics with the Forager brood, his brethren, who collect supplies from all corners of the land. No doubt they find inspiration in his many virtues. These are not your foes, Tarnished. Should you spot any Forager brood, be sure to mind your manners. Righteous time.
Okay. Now if you head south, there is like a way up over here. Oh, I love how they put this loot here where it's just like, into it, you have to deal with these dogs. And then it ends up being a smithing stone 3, which is hilarious. Stuff like that is just so weird, right? Like, because like, who cares about smithing stone 3 by the time you get to the DLC, right? That you can just purchase. Oh, ouch. Scary bats. Anyway, this doesn't actually... Yeah, that's one of the problems is like, yes, there are drops, like there is loot, but it's just loot you don't care about, so there's not any reason to pick it up. Like, there's no reason to stop and get a smithing stone 3 for oh well. I'm being knocked while I'm trying to... Alright. This is the Cliff Road terminus. So we can go into Prospect Town over there. You can see that there are big guys. But you can just kind of go around them. Come up here. Another revered spirit ash. These things will help your summon not die. And then actual Prospect Town is like over here. It's stuff like this, like you're running around collecting things that you just, you know, don't need. So there's less appeal when you're not, you know, part of what was fun about the base game is you would pick things up and you'd be like, oh, I'd probably like this, or this is interesting. And here it's mostly like, oh, it's something else I just don't care about. Alright, you can see all these guys here. Oh, ouch! Scary. Oh, I like how my mimics here just finally figured out how to get here. That's a funny attack. You can see Bloodfiend's arm, which is really fun. And then, let's see. Go up here, get the chest. You can see the Outer God heirloom. Raises your arcane. Which really isn't something we care about. But hey, if you're playing like Dex Arcane or Pure Arcane, it's good for you. Okay, so there are bell bearings and things that you'll see hanging like from cliffs and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do them from memory. Let's see. I know it's on the west side, like, and you'll see it like hanging. I think it's back down that you do it, and not while we're up here. Pretty sure that you don't get hit it from up here. Let's see, can I actually walk? Oh, I like they put the loot like. Oh, I think you actually can get down. Oh, I'm gonna regret this, but Oh, let's see. Okay, so yeah, there's these pots that'll be hanging. Okay, I see you. I think he probably was guarding it. Yeah. So see that? So we gotta like... I don't know if I have the bandwidth. Still be heavy load, but we'll do it just for a second. So then once you shoot the pot, you pick up the item, which is a string seller's bell bearing. And there are going to be that, like all throughout the DLC, there's going to be stuff like that. Okay. There's another Erdtree blessing to get over here. We want to go, kind of, west, of the town, so like... I think that's like up. I want to say it's up here. And again, you're looking for a pot guy. So you look around and you're like, I don't see any pot guys. I don't see any pot guys. You come up here, look. There's your pot guy, right? Now it's very important to get to them before they run away. Once they're dead, you're fine. Just drop the loot. Oh my god. Oh. It's dogs, man. Most dangerous thing in this game. Whoops. Alright. Alright, so that gets us to get another Erdtree fragment. Look at all the bloodstains for people who could not do that fight. Okay, next... we already got the revered spirit ashes. Go back to the Cliff Road terminus. Make it nighttime. We can get another larval tier. Oh, whoops. See, we've got enough for the ash, but not enough for the Erdtree yet. And then you should, like... Right, when you look, it should be really obvious. Because the larval tier will kind of glow. You can see it up there. Now you see over here there's actually a guy who looks like the guys under the Erdtree church in the roots. They're actually friendly. So you talk to them and you get cookbooks. And there's a bunch of them around the world. Then you just need to find them all. So, and that gives you more crafting stuff. So now, we want to go southeast. There's a cookbook, like... in here somewhere. I didn't take good enough notes to, like... Gotta find this thing. It's in this lightning area. Maybe it's all the way. Not all the way. Alright. Cookbook. Here it is. Look, I don't mean any of you guys any harm. Alright. And now there should be a cave. Like... Where's the cave? No, that's not it. Wish I weren't doing this at night. Oh yeah, I think over here. Where are the big rats? Come around. And then go into the cave. Another one of these things. Okay. All right. Here's our church. This is the Church of Benediction. Blessed Blue Dew Talisman. So just like there was a Blessed Dew Talisman, this is now the one that will give you back FP. So that's pretty cool. Don't need Starlight Shards anymore. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go north. Overlooking the ledge here, we can get some armor. It's the Oath Seeker Knight set. And the Pata. Alright. So now what we want to do is go back through that hidden cave that we just kind of snuck through. Because there was that plateau we could climb above this passageway. There's an artist shack up here. The second painting. Alright. I think this is actually a good place to stop. We're gonna go back to the 3 Cross, and we're gonna go up. We're just kind of unlocking things, collecting fragments, not doing the first dungeon yet. First legacy dungeon. Alright, so we're gonna stop here. And the next episode, we're just gonna keep exploring, keep finding Erdtree fragments and things to help make us more powerful. Preparation for the rest of the DLC. So until next time.